everybody, my name is Christine. Thank you so much for the long-awaited planner stack that I've been promising for several months now. I'm going to take you through everything I use for planning and memory keeping this year. So this side is memory keeping mostly, and this side is for my planners. This stack is about to change. So I'm gonna film a little bit more in-depth video on what's going on with my 2025 setup. We'll start on this side and then we'll make our way to here, and then I'll give you a brief overview of what is changing because it's February, and if you're a planner person like most of us are, things are changing. Right now is about the time where we have to switch things up if you have not found planner piece. So let's start on this side. These are my two memory keepers. This is my main one, and then this is just for fun. So this is my 5-year diary from Sterling Ink. It's in mist, and it's the A5 size. I try to be 6, but I was writing. It was getting very full. Each entry was very full, and it was hard for my eyes to kind of sparse out what was happening. So what I decided was to go to an A5 and do it bullet style, bullet the points of the day. So this is 2025 and then 2024 and 2025. So actually in 2024, I was not on top of it at all. And I had basically 6 to 9 months worth of daily entries in my phone, because I would just type it on my phone before I went to bed, the things that happened and the highlights of the day. I'm currently in the process of backlogging all of 2024. And so far I'm up to December. So I just have 1 month left, and it's my goal to get that done before my maternity leave ends as of Tuesday. So I think I can do it. I only have 1 month left. It's just a lot of recording and writing. But I'm hoping to never do that again, because that was such a pain in the butt. It took me so the daily entries would accumulate on my phone every day, but I would only be able to back journal a week at a time. So it was always increasing. So actually, as of this year, I'm actually making an effort to put it in the evening, so I don't have to back journal ever again, because that was just too much work. So far, it's working great. I love it. And hopefully I'll keep it up. This is my second 5-year journal. I actually skipped 2023 for absolutely no reason. It was just from 2017 to 2022 was just I just remember it was kind of something I did every single day. I didn't have kids back then, so I was able to keep it up, but it was just I needed a break. So 2023 I took a break, and I started again in 2024. And now that I have 2 kids and they're growing quickly. I think it'll be so fun to look back at 5 years when they're 5 and 7 years old and see what we were doing. So I'm so happy I started again, and then hopefully I keep it up for until 2020. 2024, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2028. Still counting on my fingers here. Okay. This is my journal of joy, joy journal, fun stuff. It's my least used memory keeper, but this is the Sterling Ink lined notebook. So if you ever gave me a choice between blank, dot grid, or lined, I'm going to go for lined every single time. And the lines are a lot bigger than the grid would be in her planners. And that doesn't make a difference to me because I usually take 1.5 grids. My handwriting takes up about 1.5 grids anyway. So it's, in a planner, it's whatever. But at least when I had the choice, I went for the lined and then the 520 page notebook in N1 size. I've always been so curious about the N1 size for not really any reason except that I've never used it before, so I went with it for my journal of joy. It's so sparse. I got this in November of last year, and I have 5 pages written. So I'm just going through media and things that I've currently consuming, and just giving a quick synopsis of what the date and what it is and why I'm obsessed with it. So this was the latest season of Great British Bake Off, some books that I've read, some things about my kids, and then I took a break from it in my first after I gave birth, the first month, but I'm hoping to go back and put in some entries about the books that I've so far finished in 2025. So this was my first 5-star read of the year, January 17th. So it was great. And then this was a reread, but I just wanted to write about it. A Dan Brown book, probably my least favorite one, to be honest. But and then yeah, super blank. But, you know, if this is not like a 1-year goal, if this takes me 10 years to fill it up, so be it. I don't plan to buy another one of these, but I do love to read. I haven't been reading quite as much as I used to, but I'd love to just keep it going, reading. Shows. I used to watch a lot more shows. I'm clearly not anymore. But once that kind of picks up, I'd love to, you know, put a lot more entries in here. Podcasts. You know, I have a lot of ideas of what can go in. I just have to actually sit down and print things out and write about it and have like a general guideline. Just, you know, time. I need time. So this is not a 1-year goal. This is like as long as it takes. So that's my journal of joy. All right, let's get to my planners for the year. Okay, so you've seen these two. Great. It was, you know, so fun. I had a great time. Some of you enjoyed watching it. Things are changing. So sneak peek. This is an N1 common planner from Sterling Inc. And what I am learning is if it's not broken, don't fix it. And my system was not broken last year, and I tried really hard to fix it. So this is my Twines and Paper B6. This is what I tried in February. I actually did fill in some of the pages, like the yearly goal pages that I was thinking of that I would want in a 2025 planner. I went in and I filled in some of it. And I had a great time doing it, to be fair. So, you know, nothing wasted here. But I think I'm done with it. A few reasons why. One, I actually really like the size. It's a little bit bigger. The grids, it's not as tight as the Sterling Ink, and my handwriting tends to be a little bit bigger anyway, so that's never really bothered me. But you know, I did like that it was a little bit bigger. The paper was nice and smooth for pen. However, I had said this in my last video when I was scratching my planner itch. I don't future plan in my monthlies. I back plan, like memory keep, like what I did, so that at the end of the month, when I go back and do a monthly review, I can see exactly what I did every day of the month, and I can kind of reflect on it. Like, oh yeah, we went here, and oh yeah, we had like a day at home and things like that. So it didn't end up making a difference, as in like I don't look here to plan my weeks. And I think I knew that about myself, so I knew this system was, you know, not really technically designed for me in a real way. So I was fine with it. It was really fun. I did a little bit of January too. I didn't back plan the whole thing, but I did some of it. So the rest of this book's empty. The paper is great. I'll probably just use the paper as scratch paper for, you know, however long I need it for. But I don't think I'm going to continue this in March. Why I ended up here is, if you look at my pages, what does this look like, right? What do these spreads, what was I recreating when I was creating my ideal planner? What do these look like? It looks like my Sterling and Common planner. So just why am I doing it myself when someone has already done it for me? So I went in and I bought a N1 Common planner. This is Vertical Weeklies Compact. I had the B6 Vertical Weeklies Compact 2024. So this is just the only thing that's different is the N1 size. And I went back and forth a lot about N1 versus B6. I love B6, but I like I said, I was always curious about the N1. And the only difference for me on a usage basis is that the weeks is 7 grids across versus 8 grids across in the B6. And I thought that's something I can live with. Also, the B6 is currently only available in the forest color, and I kind of want something light. I think I wasn't really vibing with the forest color, and that's really the only 2 reasons. I figured everything else is going to work for me in the N1. So that's why I went with the N1. They were out of the gold edges, so I just went with the white edges. That's, you know, that's life. I didn't get it in the pre-order, so or in the first release, so I'll take what I can get. That's okay. And I knew if I'm going to switch planners, I'm going to do it in February so that I can actually back plan some of the months. Whereas if I did it in like July, the chances I'm going to back plan 6 months, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot of time that I need to kind of set a planner up. So I was like, okay, now I have 2 planners. If I get very busy, and I love the idea of having 2 spreads per week, I can just go back to my Twines and Paper, and, you know, I have 2 options. And, you know, I was super thrilled at that idea. And then I was playing with this planner, and I let my toddler, you know, look through this planner, and he ripped it. And this is something I cannot stand. I can't deal with this. I can't do it. So, I guess that's the end of my twines and paper. I'm being dramatic. If I really want it, I can just tape it in and, you know, figure it out as I go and take it as a lesson not to let a 2-year-old play with a book that I actually, you know, don't want ruined. But so now I have this and I have this, but I just know myself. I'm just gonna go with this, I think. I don't hate the idea. I still love the idea. There's nothing wrong with this planner really, except that I just didn't have enough to fill up the pages. And I still might go in March when I get March and April when I get a lot busier and see if there's something I need this kind of spread for. So I, you know, the option is there. I love that I set it up. I love that I use tabs. I, you know, really like the first several pages. You know, there's nothing wrong with this planner. But it wasn't broken in 2024 and I really try to fix it. So I'm gonna, maybe this will be my only flip through of this, but I did go in and do a lot of my early pages. I'm using this one as a mood tracker. I'm using this side as a reading tracker and this side as my monthly and quarterly goals. And then my monthlies, I've backplanned just 2 months. I have not backplanned any of the weeks. I don't need to. You know, the weeks have been sparse for me anyway, and I'm not going to look back at it. But going forward, I'll use this for my weeks. And so far, I have only used it for 1 week. But so far, you know, it's so comfortable. It's so familiar to me. No regrets. And then in the notes pages, I've already started doing a little bit of my old journaling habits. My early pages I used as the weight tracker and my date nights log. I did a little bit of journaling. I put in the Sterling Ink monthly dashboards, and then I am trying to still keep up my journaling that I use from the Coffee Monster Co. prompts. So everything else is the same. Nothing's really changed here. And then in the end, I have my books read and then my 2026 looking ahead. This is exactly the way I used it in 2024. And like I said, very, very comfortable with it, very, very familiar with it. So I'm probably just going to keep this up. And the size has not bothered me at all so far. If it does in the future, like next year, I'll probably go to B6. But, you know, I think that's it for my planner purchases for 2025. Like if I can't figure out something out in between these three, then it's a problem. It's a me problem. It's not a planner problem, right? So I'm very confident between one of these. My gut feeling is that it'll end up being my common planner. I'll figure it out this year, and I think that's going to be it. So, you know, ultimately my planner stack is just 3, and they're all Sterling Ink. That's just a credit to, you know, how great the quality of her work and the quality of her planners. So, everyday planner, I'm only a 1 planner person. So my planner, my journal of joy, and then my 5-year diary for my kids. And just family memories. And then I am keeping a baby journal for my second son. And that one too, it's more sparse than it was for my first son. But, you know, I'm really trying to keep that up too. Like, I don't like the idea of back journaling a lot because there's so much that you miss. So hopefully I can make it as part of my routine just to keep that one up. But that one I'm not going to share. And my older son has one as well that I spend some time creating. So that's it. That's my planner stack. 1, 2, 3. If anything changes, I'll film another one. But for now, that was a super short video. But that's my planner stack going into 2025. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.